So I've been MIA for 2 days, and I know I never put out a video on Sunday, but the last 48 hours have been hectic at best. So Thursday night, I had something happen with a friend. I'm pretty sure she's never gonna talk to me again, and that's okay. It's whatever. There was a misunderstanding. She didn't listen to what I said, based on what she assumed, what she made a decision of on her own. She made some decisions that now affect me, and I don't like that. Because I'm the person where if somebody misunderstands me, I want to try to fix it. But in this situation, I think there's so much of a misunderstanding as much as I want to do what I want to do, and you're going to accommodate me. And I, that's not how I roll, guys. It's just not how I roll. But it bothered me because whenever I have a disagreement with a friend or something, I take it very personally, and I'm always like, well, could I have said something different? Could I have done something different? Like I roll all that stuff through my head all the time, and so I was kind of up all night Thursday between that and something else that happened, worrying and thinking things over and running through things in my head. And those are the nights when I really should have anxiety medicine because I try not to take medication. I really don't like medication. But it's probably when I need anxiety medicine is when I can't sleep like that. Um, and then I finally fell asleep about 5 a.m. on Friday morning, or 4:30, because my husband gets up about 4:40. So I wasn't up, didn't get him off to work. I was a horrible wife Friday. But he wasn't gonna wake me up either because he knew I hadn't been up. He knew what had happened. He knew I was upset, and so he didn't wake me up. I didn't wake up till about noon, 11 noon, something like that. When I woke up, I had an email from a company asking me to contact them because they had an exchange student they wanted to place. But I was like, there's no way you're going to place this student here because our former company has blackballed us. And she's like, what are you talking about? So I explained the situation. I told her that one of our references is even in the placement agent that we had for the first two students. You know, like, and so she talked to her company and they agreed to have this placement agent that was our reference um, contacted to give their side of what happened so they could kind of review between what the agency is saying and what our agent says, what our former agent says. And so we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if we're going to get a student or not. If we don't, it's whatever. I have a cousin that might want to move down, so you know. So Taylor's supposed to be flying in July. I say supposed to be because I can still change the dates. Um, so we're waiting to find out for sure on that. And so there was some stuff. There's just been so much stuff going on. So anyhow, so I was dealing with that, and then I get a phone call from the boys that we had for a year. They're a new foster family. They're coming down to visit the siblings. They wanted to know if we want to see the boys. Well, y'all, that stuck me into a depression swoop that I have not had in a very long time. Because I don't want anything more than to see those boys. Because I adore them. I want to see how much they've grown. I want to see if they're talking yet more. When they were talking when they left here, and the older one was definitely able to point out what he wanted and was able to, let people know his needs. But I was struggling very much with whether or not I wanted to see them. Because realistically, I would love to see them. You know, those boys called me mama for a year almost. They called my husband Papa. They called my daughter Yaya because they couldn't say Taylor. And they were part of our family. And one of the reasons why we've hesitated to go back into foster care is because of how much it hurt to let them go. So yeah, um, I was really upset. I was in tears because I couldn't even call her back. I couldn't tell her no. I couldn't tell her yes. I couldn't tell her anything. So I messaged my husband. I was like, "Hey, what do you want to do about this?" And he's like, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" He's like, "It's up to you. You're the one that's going to be more emotional. Like, he's like, I can handle it, but I'm not sure how you'll handle it afterwards, saying goodbye to them." And I said, you know, I'm afraid they won't remember us, but I'm also afraid they will, and they'll cry when we leave. Like, when they left our house the last time, they thought they were just going on a ride. And I've always felt horrible about that because they didn't they didn't know. And just because of I just thought it was better that way. They, for those who don't know, they were nonverbal autistic. They every day's a new day, everything's something fun. Um, and I fought for those boys for a long time and to get them what they needed, and to give up kind of felt hard for me to do. Like I felt like I gave up on them. But I physically could not deal with the two boys without support because one of them was in the hospital for at least 3 or 4 days a month, and the other one needed someone to get him to school and get him off the bus, and I didn't have anybody do that. Um, and it wasn't gonna work out. Um, so that really put me into a tailspin that kind of stuck me in a mode. Um, I just kind of went in this really bad place. Like I just was very depressed. Not gonna lie, it's just where I was. And then Friday night, I just was still wrestling with it. I got more other information Friday night that was worrying me. So I had all this stuff in my mind. You know, will we get an exchange student? Do we want to get an exchange student? Do we want to see the boys? We not. Can we tell them no? Like there was so many things going on, and we made the decision not to see the boys. One of the hardest things I've done. And then it was just a lot. Friday I was super depressed. I was crying a lot and sitting down to make a video for 5 minutes. Like right now, I'm about to cry. I couldn't even do it because I couldn't hold myself from crying for 5 minutes. And then Saturday, when I finally fell asleep, I woke up and we had to hurry up and get ready because my husband's work thing had a thing, and he had to be there. So we got there about 11-ish, and I just kind of sat in the shade because they had like little like tiny carnival games like in those pack up suitcases, and they had like things for inflatables for kids to jump on, and they had a DJ, and they had tours. The Kenny and Owen did a tour of the building and the new area of the building they just finished redoing, and then we had lunch, or maybe we had lunch first. I don't even remember at this point. And so we got our lunch, and they only had like hamburgers and hot dogs, and they had like the like I would say barbecue chicken, but it's just pulled chicken. It's not seasoned. You have to like add your own sauce and stuff, which was good for me because then I just got the chicken, and um, I was able to just have the chicken breast or the chicken meat on the plate, and then I had a water. So that's what I ate. But it was really warm out. I just really wasn't feeling well when I woke up. Probably because I got myself so worked up that I just woke up not feeling well. And then as we were about to leave there, my husband's like, "Oh, hey, don't forget, we gotta go pick up those spices and herbs and stuff." And I was like, "You mean the herbs?" He's like, "Yeah, herbs, spices, whatever." So we drove the 30 minutes to the store that supposedly had this great deal on herbs yesterday. Well, we get there and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we don't carry fresh plants." And we're like, "What's in your email? Like, why are we here then?" So we left there. We started driving back, and Owen's like, "Well, I'm gonna check Lowe's." So I went to Lowe's. We picked up some different peppers and some herbs and stuff like that, which was great because we needed them. We just gotta plant them today. Um, and as you can see, I'm still stuffed up from crying all weekend. So we got those, and we started to come home, and we're hungry, so we stopped and ate something. I got salad, and then that was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Came home. I sat down, and asked my husband to rub my feet because I wore these sneakers that I just shouldn't wear and get rid of them. They pinch my toes in a weird way. And they're good at first, and then as you wear them, they start pinching. It's really weird. And so I took, so you rub my feet, kind of release that thing. Well, every once in a while when it hits my foot just the right way, when I'm already like physically exhausted, it's like a knockout pill. I just fall right to sleep. And I told him, I said, if for any reason I fall asleep, let me sleep for maybe an hour, because obviously I need it, but then wake me up. Except he fell asleep, and we woke up at 1 o'clock this morning sleeping in recliners. So that was fun. And so there was that. And then I was sitting there and I'm like, I really gotta do a video. I don't want to not do a video. And so I started trying to record this video at 6 o'clock. I cried to the first 2 attempts of this, and I'm gonna make it through this time without crying. Um, and there's some other stuff going on with a family member that I can't divulge because they're own personal issues. So I'm not going to. But yeah, so that's also been on my mind. And that's basically it. I haven't been on social media. I haven't been on nothing. Like, not interested in nothing. So, needless to say, it's just, it's whatever. Um, just kind of frustrated because it's just been a bad weekend, I have so much stuff I want to get done. I want to have this room completely done. And there's not that much to do. That's the worst part. It's like a matter of coming in here for like 30 minutes, 2 of us working together, it will be done. And we just can't seem to do it. Like, it just sucks. So, I got church in a little while, 2 hours. Gonna leave here in an hour or so. And then, gonna try to get those herbs planted so they don't die. Try to get this room done today. Try to fix the living room today. We're supposed to go look at our dining. We had a dining room table that we put in storage, and I think it got busted. But once if we glue it, it'll be okay. So might just try to see if that'll go back together and put that in the other big rooms. We have a big formal dining area and this little one. I don't know. And yeah. So needless to say, and yeah. So needless to say, that's what we're gonna do today. And I'll be back on tomorrow, and I'll probably be in a better mood. It's been a weekend. It's been one of those days where, like, I'm about to post on the Choosing Beggars page on Reddit because I'm like, had a Choosing Beggars situation, had to tell a person situation. Like, I take all this stuff really personal, and I really shouldn't. I know this. I know. Mentally, I know, but there's this part of me just still wants the whole world to get along. It's just never gonna happen. So that's what's been going on with me. I just want to make sure that I didn't forget about you guys. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I told some the other day. I said we were talking about this friend of mine Friday, one of my friends, and she's like, she's like, maybe you guys, it's because you guys have different lifestyles. And I said, I don't know why anybody thinks we have so much of a better lifestyle. lifestyle. I said, I said I need a new fridge. I need a new washing machine. I need a new microwave over my stove. I think I need a new dryer. I said, we don't have the money for that, so that's why we don't have them. Like right now, we hand wash our dishes because our dishwasher died. We have a countertop microwave because the microwave with the stove died. And we have one vehicle that's got 100,000 miles on it. Like, we are not plush. We are not rich. And so when somebody kind of tries to take advantage of your kindness, when you do a day-to-day struggle, when you save to do the things you want to do because otherwise you can't do them, like, I just think it sucks. Yes, I'm still upset about it. And it happened Thursday. So anyhow, I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to take today to just go to church and not deal with all this for a couple hours. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm like, why does everything happen on Thursdays so my weekend videos don't happen? But we're going to tell people they can't do that to me anymore and move on. So, have a great day.